So people, I'm with the boy. I've brought him away up to the Highlands to visit one of the oldest trees in the UK, possibly Europe, possibly the world. Up ahead stands Fortingall's oldest resident, a 5,000-year-old yew tree. Imagine those who have passed this way before. Stone Age man, Bronze Age man, reindeer, boar and wolf, Picts, Scots, Roman legions, Christians, warriors, explorers, scholars, kings and queens, worshippers through the ages, and you people. I bring you today to the oldest yew tree in the UK, Europe, possibly the world. Look at the bark on that. Look at the trunk. There's a wall around it because people... This is the same tree. This part and this part is the same tree. It's been... People used to walk through the middle of it. It's been rotted and someone set a fire. But this is part of the same tree. There's markers all the way around these wooden posts to indicate the original thickness of the trunk. Rooted in history. Before you stands Europe's, and possibly even the world's, oldest living thing. Under the dark veil of needles are two relic trunks of a huge ancient yew tree. Scholars believe the roots of this great survivor go back some 5,000 years. The markers show you the size of the original evergreen, giant, in 1769 when it had a girth of over 56 feet. Sadly, it attracted souvenir hunters who removed large sections. Children then lit fires inside the hollow trunk. Funeral processions passed through its midst. Eventually this wall had to be built to stop the tree disappearing altogether. You can see here, this would have been the original yew tree here, the church. Scots create the new kingdom of Scotland. Check it out, guys, check it out. Ancient yew tree. So it looks like it's been put in different sections, but this is all the same tree. Amazing, amazing. Such a privilege. Look at that trunk. Anyway, it's getting a bit hectic around me, so I'm going to have a walk around the churchyard. Come on, buddy. So what do you think?
Cool.
Trees were very important in Celtic culture, eh, buddy? What do you know about trees and Celtic culture?
That's where the Green Man came from.
Yep. The old church. You can just go inside this church as well. I think this is an old baptism. This is when you got baptised. Dunk your head in the water. That's probably a lot older than the church itself, that.
Yeah, it looks like a different material.
Oh, aye.
Compared to the church.
Well, I think the old Celts used to use a form of baptism, and the Christians probably adopted it.
Yeah. Is that similar to how, you know, the Celtic knots and stuff?
Yep.
Did the Greeks take their, kind of, you know, the Greek kind of thing?
Well, I think knots have been in lots of cultures. This is an old ancient stone. Look at this. It's got 2 crosses on it.
Three.
3 crosses on it. Nice spot. It might have been a lot longer as well.
I wonder.
You don't know how much is in the ground.
Yeah, I wonder if they actually used to be writing on it, but worn away.
Probably did have some.
And
Look
this
at
one
that.
you can kind of see it a little bit.
What's that? Yep. That looks like a cross as well, son. Almost there. See?
Mm-hmm.
See it better on the camera. This is obviously part of the building here, because this is a doorway.
Is this thing like the foundation?
Yep. Oh look, there's an old... Is that a standing stone in someone's garden? Look at that. Standing stone in someone's garden.
I think I have a standing stone in the garden.
I think I should go and get a standing stone from somewhere. Put in our garden.
Still one from the museum.
There's another old ancient stone. That could have been part of an old Celtic cross or something. So people, we're at the site called Fortingall, and it's the oldest tree in the UK, possibly Europe. Still looks like it's quite a modern Andrew Macbeth. There's an old ancient name, the Macbeths. These were the proper kings of Scotland before the Normans came in. Macbeth. I'll make a video about this guy soon enough. But obviously Shakespeare made him famous, the Macbeths. And the Stuarts, I'm sure Shakespeare wrote for James, who was a Stuart king. It was just propaganda against the Scots Celtic kings, making out that Macbeth was some evil dictator. There's an old slab here, son. An old standing stone. John Mackenzie. Oh, look at that old grave stone. It's been knocked over. Something 96. I'll just let you see the scenery around here, people. This is probably the foundations of something as well. See, there's a wall. Look at the scenery here, people. Look at this. Amazing. There's a lot of Camerons, Campbells, Ross. It's another old stone, son. See if I can find a nice stone as a souvenir. Yeah, a little bit of quartz. So it's like quartz type stone. It's a nice one, yep. See the remnants of some old ones here. and just time's worn them away. There's another old one here. It's got a love heart. Look at that. 1800 MCD. That's McDonald's, possibly. Because the McDonald's were, I was told by a local, the Campbells and the McDonald's were in this area. McDougall. Still sundial above the door. Good. It's so old, it's buried in the ground. There's a couple of mushrooms. A couple of little mushrooms going. 1851. Still see the. You still see it? Where? Alright, that could be 7 maybe. It looks a lot older though. That's Memento Mori, this style of grave. So this is possibly 1700, so I think that could be older, that one. Because of this style. There was not really any Christian symbols like crosses, or it was like a death angel kind of thing. They used to be skulls, but they made them more angelic looking, but they used to be scarier than that.
Still looks a bit scary.
Aye. And sometimes they had a tool of the trade, like if you were a bricklayer, you would have like the tools for bricklaying, or if you were, you had the tools of your trade. If you were a blacksmith, you'd have a hammer and tongs on your grave. This could be a textile or skin, it could be a fur. Two pillars. Usually got stuff over the top of them as well.
Just like coffins on the bottom.
1814. Look at that one, son. An old axe, look. See the axe?
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Old axe. There's a cross down here as well. So this might be an old gravestone that's fell and the earth's just gobbled that up.
Yeah.
Is there anything at the top?
That is amazing though, eh?
Aye, axe. So that could be his trade. He was maybe a woodcutter.
Lumberjack.
A lumberjack. Thanks for correcting me. Couldn't think of the word there. But yep. An amazing place. And such a privilege to live in such an amazing country. All this history. That's just a lichen. It's like moss. And you distracted me anyway. I was walking along this way. We could go and see the plague stone as well if you want. Alexander Somerville. Never seen this symbol before.
Like two crosses.
Aye, that's the papal church uses the sort of double cross. I've never seen it attached to like a circle.
I think it's like, you know how they're called Somerville?
Aye, the S will represent the name Somerville. Don't know why. Recharging. Put my phone back on charge there, guys. These are the ones I'm more interested in, the oldest stones, the older stones. Look at that. Weird how that's got. It's like fur. It's like a furry gravestone. The lichen. Compared to the sandstone one. It's got nothing on it. Must be just that particular stone, the granite. It's just growing. It's lichen. It's green lichen. What's that? Shiny stone. Might take that as a souvenir because it's shiny. Take that one as a souvenir. That one there's got a sort of cut in it. I think it was possibly part of something. Look at the back of that one, Jed. Look at the back of that one, Jed. The back of that grave. It's got the little sort of holes in it. What's that? That looks like a bit of bone. But, you know what? That possibly is bone. That's a piece of bone.
Is it?
Definitely. Look at that. How shiny that is. It's a piece of bone, son. Because there's a hollow.
Crazy, yeah. I wonder if it's human bone.
I wonder if it's human bone or animal bone. Either way, I'm keeping it. Because I'm weird that way.
You know what? If I found bone, I'd probably keep it as well. The only thing is, I don't take the chicken bones.
It may be just a chicken bone.
Although it's a bit thick for that.
It is a bit thick for a chicken bone.
Probably it's in there. Like, that's like the old stuff.
There's a plague stone over there. Apparently this one was put for the plague deaths. Right. You don't see it? It's right in front of you. See the wee hill there? There's a wee skinny stone sticking up. There. We'll go over it.
Oh yeah, I see it.
You see it? Alright, we'll go over and see it. It's another ancient yew tree. But yet people, this one is the oldest. This is the oldest tree in Britain. Possibly Europe, possibly the world. And I was told by a local, its brother, no, its kid, its child, is behind there because they planted a female beside it. There's a good chance it was pollinated.
I think they've been like cutting little bits of it off and pouring it around Edinburgh.
They're interesting little stones on top of these walls there. Like these. The shape.
I think it might have been like a parboil or something.
Possibly.
But I'm trying to see like body shape.
The size of the tree. The church. Let's go and have a look at this plague stone. See up there, son, sitting in the field. Watch the traffic. Alright. Shall we go over and have a look? Pull that. Maybe open it the other way. That'll do. I wouldn't even notice this stone if the old guy never told me about it.
Good, you got a lot of stuff that's in there.
Aye. The mountains over there. We're actually not far away from Ben Nevis. I've checked the hoosies. Look at the hoosies, the roofs on the hoosies. These architectures, yep. What?
Remember that, like, remember that hole we found, you know, like, near McDonald's? Like, it reminds me of that, like, on the hill.
All the dead bodies were buried here. And they've possibly reused an old stone, old Celtic stone. Sheep are looking a bit sheepish. Here lie victims of the Great Plague of the 14th century, taken here on a sledge drawn by a white horse, led by an old woman. Jesus. It's quite thin. It's quite a thin stone. It's a sheep running.
Does that have anything to do with it?
Nah, it's just a muddy pit. What would have happened is we'd have put the bodies here, possibly just covered the bodies in lots of stones rather than burying them. Kind of, because it would probably be easier than digging a hole, just covering the bodies in stones. So people, we're in the middle of Perthshire, near the Highlands of Scotland. We're not right in the Highlands of Scotland yet, but we're near them. Beautiful though, beautiful. Some good bonding time with the boy. Hey son. You like your Celtic history as well, eh, buddy? Those mountains are pretty epic. It's getting a bit dark now. It's just grazing land now for sheep. But the old guy was telling me as well, this used to be a golf course.
Really?
Yep, used to be a golf course here, an old golf course. Which would have been strange considering there's a plague grave in the middle of it. So people, I just thought I'd share this with you. Hope you've enjoyed seeing the oldest tree. That's called the Fortingall Hotel. shut the door, the bar bit behind you, son. I think you can walk down the side here. The Moose Mobile Mini Medicine Show Radio. What's that? So here's the most ancient living thing you will possibly see. This one here is separate from the tree behind the wall. This is a female. The tree in there is a male. So apparently this is pollinated. The male. Well, the males pollinate the female. And the female's got berries on it now. We walked in this wee bit, son. There's a yew tree for the back. It's a beautiful area, but it is a bit of a drive. I think that just goes in the street. I don't think there's anything interesting down there, son. Look at that. Any person who omits to shut and fasten his gate is liable to a penalty not exceeding 40 shillings. That must be an old sign. They don't use shillings anymore.
So what's the price?
It's saying if you touch the gate or shut the gate, you could be fined.
I wonder how much 40 shillings is worth.
I'm not sure, son. What's that? McFarlane, Perth. What that was used for. Right, I think I'm going to end the stream here, guys. At the car. Just got another good look at it. A wee bit of selfie with it behind me. Right people, thanks for joining me, and remember, the grey area tonight, 11 PM GMT TV. GMT, see you there. Cheers.